Give us your thoughts on what does Central Illinois need to do? What is your advice for Central Illinois? Secretary LaHood, we'll start with you.
I think do what we did in the mid-'80s and do what we've always done. Think outside the box, figure out ways to capitalize on our resources, which are our people, which are our educational institutions, which are the strong companies like Caterpillar and other small businesses, and really think outside of the box and really try and figure out ways how we can continue to make progress with the great resources that we have here, which are our people. And we did it in the 80s, and we'll do it again, and it will only come with real creative thinking outside of the box, using the great talent and resources that we have here in Central Illinois. I'm optimistic about it. I really am, because I've seen us do it before, and we'll do it again.
Mm-hmm. I think we need to work on both, certainly on our state government, but even local government, to make ourselves a very attractive place to invest. And Jim, a lot of the work you and the Heartland Partnership's doing, reach out and find companies that are candidate, that are interested in investing in the United States, and present our city, our state, our region as a great place to invest, to serve our country, and to export from. And I think we at Caterpillar, we feel very proud of this community, but we're a remarkably international community for a small Midwestern town, if you will. And I think we've got a lot to sell. And I think we've got, in addition to great educational institutions, we have a fantastic medical community, and we're a regional draw, and we've got a lot of business to build on. So the strengths that we already have are things that we can really, I think, augment, build on, and we just need to create that right environment and get out there and tell our story.
You know, we don't have mountains and we don't have oceans. What we have is each other, and we've been working together collaboratively through our organizations and through various civic activities for a long period of time. I think we find solutions when we work together, and we find a way to get that steely resolve, to work into innovative solutions very progressively as we regularly come together, identifying these big problems, downturned economy, other issues. So I think we're on a positive track, and we're very optimistic, both internally, but we've also made it through the hardest part of this recessionary period. Let me shift gears just for a moment, and as a former congressman and now secretary, your job for nearly 30 years was making sure the 18th district was satisfied with the work at hand, policy work. Now your job has changed. What's your week look like, Ray?
Oh, we work very hard. This is an opportunity for me to really be on the front row watching history pass by, and that's really why I accepted this job. I think to be a part of history and to be a part of solving some of these big problems is an extraordinary opportunity. It's a lot of work. We work hard every day. We start early. We go late, and I've in the 8 months that I've been in the job, I've traveled to 28 states and 46 cities, promoting the idea that infrastructure can really make a difference, and it has put a lot of people to work, and really promoting the idea that I think we're on the right track, and the places I've traveled to are not dissimilar to Central Illinois, and I can relate to a lot of the folks there. So we've done a lot of traveling. We've worked hard. I think we've made a contribution to President Obama and the mission that he's trying to carry out. And we've worked with our friends at the Energy Department and the EPA to try and really make a difference. And so it's exhilarating. It's a rare opportunity to continue public service and make a difference. And I'm always proud to say I'm from Peoria. I'm always proud to say I'm from Central Illinois, because this is such a fabulous place in terms of the people and the opportunities, and so we try and carry the values and the hard work and the banner of Central Illinois wherever we go, and I'm proud to say I'm a part of the Obama team and really trying to make a difference for our friends and neighbors. I tell people we should all hope and pray that the president's successful, because if he's successful, America will be successful, and our friends and neighbors will go back to work, the economy will get better. This is not about politics. It's about how do we really improve things for our friends and neighbors around the country. And that's really what I go into the job with, and what I think about every day is how to improve things for our country.
How often do you just see the president?
Probably 2 or 3 times a week. We're lots of meetings at the White House, and I've had the privilege of being there on many occasions when some of these big decisions are made. And like I said, I feel like I have a front row on watching history pass by, and I consider it a great privilege to be there and to try and make things happen for our country.
Thank you for your service. Jim, you also sit on the Economic Recovery Board for the president, and he asked groups of business leaders in the country what we should be doing. Does he listen to you?
I think the jury's a little out on that at the moment. I think, yes. First off, I'm very honored to have been asked to serve as part of this Economic Recovery Advisory Board. Obviously, the president's got a Council of Economic Advisors. He's got Larry Summers in the White House. He's got Tim Geithner at Treasury. And so this kind of augments. At this point, he's asked the PRAB, as this acronym falls out, the President's Economic Recovery Advisory Board, to focus on selected areas and to give him advice and feedback. So we spent our time, and I have personally, on energy and the environment-related issues, and a good opportunity and a good forum to help understand that, hopefully help enhance the understanding that we need to address these issues in a global context, not looking strictly at our country, because we have to think about how our industry competes in the world market. I've been asked to spend time on infrastructure-related issues, both the need for and the funding mechanisms. And I've spent some time and given input to considerations on corporate tax. And how do we design a corporate tax system that's fair and allows U.S. companies to compete in the world market? And that's a pretty difficult political subject also. I'm not on that committee because I have a dog in the hunt, so to speak. But I'm interested in it because from an American perspective, I think we do want leading global companies that are headquartered in the United States and that compete effectively in the world market. And I think we have to we can't just be focused on the United States in tax policy when we design policy to affect multinational companies. So I found that I have good access to a lot of people in the administration who were developing policy recommendations for the president. We've met with the president twice. He's thoughtful. He asks good questions. I think he's interested in learning, and yet he's, of course, driving his own agenda. So how our advice plays in, we'll see.
Thank you both. Appreciate all the time you spent with us today, all the insight. On behalf of the 17,000 businesses we have in the community and civic leadership, we very much appreciate your insights. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Once again, thank you very much for joining us today. It's obvious from this conversation that the road to recovery is not going to take us back to where we've been, but instead it's going to lead us to a place that we need to be. And recovery is going to take some time, and things are going to be different when we do fully recover. We want to thank you all so much for your time and for shedding some light, some insight onto these questions and these topics that we brought up today as we head down our road to recovery. Also, special thank you to our audience for being here today and taking part in this. Some very valuable information that we have today that will have quite an impact on each and every one of us. I want to thank our sponsors for this, especially WTVP. You can visit them at WTVP.org, and our friends at Caterpillar Incorporated. Visit them at cat.com. And if you want to learn more about the Heartland Partnership, be sure to go to heartlandpartnership.org. I'm Renee Charles from the Heartland Partnership, and thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.